Breaking news. The Los Angeles Chargers just made a bold move, and nobody saw it coming. In a surprise twist, the team has locked in veteran pass rusher Bud Dupree for the 2026 season. Yes, it's only a one-year extension, but this deal speaks volumes. What does it mean for the defense, and how does this impact young stars still finding their place on the roster? We're diving into all of it, right now. But before we break down this unexpected extension, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss breaking Chargers news. Let's jump into it. Bud Dupree is staying with the Chargers. The team has signed him to a one-year deal worth up to $6 million for the 2026 season. This move wasn't expected, especially with bigger names like Rashawn Slater still waiting on a new deal. But the Chargers made a clear decision. Keep veteran strength on the edge. Dupree didn't start every game last season, but he made his presence felt. He finished with 6 sacks, 28 total tackles, and even grabbed an interception. For a third option on the defensive line, that's solid production. Any team would be lucky to have depth like that. It also gives the team flexibility. With rookie Kyle Kennard still learning the speed of the NFL, having Dupree back makes sense. They want Kennard to develop, not get thrown in too fast. And with Dupree around, the pressure's off the rookie for now. The timing is interesting too. June 10th is approaching fast, a key date for contract decisions. So, this extension might be the first domino to fall. Will other moves follow? Fans are watching closely. Let us know what you think. Was this the right call? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're ready for more real Chargers updates with no fluff, you're in the right place. Let's talk about the bigger picture behind the Chargers move. They didn't just bring back Bud Dupree for fun. This was all about smart planning. The coaching staff knows they've got young talent waiting in the wings, but talent alone isn't enough. You need experience to lead the way. One of those young players is Kyle Kennard. A beast in college, he was named SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Getting him in the 4th round might end up being one of the best steals of the draft, but let's be honest, he still needs time to adjust to the pro level. Right now, he's learning behind a loaded group: Khalil Mack, Tuli Tuipulotu, and now Bud Dupree. 3 proven pass rushers with years of NFL experience. The plan is clear: develop Kennard slowly, the right way. But there's another angle here. Khalil Mack's future with the Chargers is uncertain. At this point in his career, it's year to year. No one knows if he'll still be wearing powder blue in 2026. That's why this move matters. The front office is already thinking ahead. They want the 2026 edge group ready, with or without Mack. Dupree adds that layer of security while Kennard continues to grow. And no, this isn't about saving cap space for some surprise free agent. Dupree's deal is reasonable and doesn't shift the salary cap much. This wasn't about money. It was about leadership, depth, and the future. This is the kind of quiet move that builds real championship rosters. Let's clear up a common misconception. This Bud Dupree extension wasn't about saving money. Yes, his cap hit for 2026 is a manageable $3.6 million, but that's not the real story here. This deal isn't about getting a discount. It's about building a strong, flexible roster for the future. The Chargers still have over $26 million in cap space, so they're not in a financial crunch. In fact, they're in a strong position to make a much bigger move, and fans know exactly what that is. All eyes are on Rashawn Slater, one of the best young tackles in the league and a true cornerstone of the offense. The front office has the money to lock him in long term, and let's be honest, they must get it done. A new deal for Slater could cost somewhere between $19 to $21 million per year. That's a major investment, but it's one the Chargers are ready for. They've managed the cap wisely, and they've left room for this exact situation. Even more flexibility can come from restructuring a few veteran deals. Derwin James, for example, is someone they could work with to shift some money around if needed. So if the Chargers want to make this happen soon, they absolutely can. The key date to watch: June 10th. That's when mandatory minicamp begins, and that's when things tend to get serious with contract talks. So while the Dupree deal is a smart depth move, the big news could be right around the corner, and it has Rashawn Slater's name all over it. This move by the Chargers may be about more than just Bud Dupree. It could be a signal that bigger contract talks are heating up. When a team starts handling extensions early, it shows something important. They're creating stability. They want players to know this franchise values its core and is building something real. That's why Bud's deal might be the beginning, not the end. It sets a tone. Veterans are welcome, young talent is respected, and the future is being shaped now. And speaking of the future, Tuli Tuipulotu is right at the center of it. The Chargers clearly believe in him, enough to make sure there's a seasoned pro like Dupree alongside him, someone who can guide him, challenge him, and help him become the dominant starter he's meant to be. Then there's Kyle Kennard. He's raw, but the talent is there. With 2 years of learning next to Tuli and Dupree, the vision is clear. Tuli and Kennard could be the starting edge duo by 2026. That's not just a guess, that's a long-term strategy unfolding. So yes, the Dupree extension might seem like a minor headline to some, but inside the Chargers building, it's part of something much bigger. It's about mentorship, succession, and ensuring this defense doesn't miss a step, even when stars move on. Moves like this one don't make front-page news, but they're how smart franchises stay competitive, year after year. This move by the Chargers says a lot about how serious they are about building for the future, especially when it comes to the edge rushers. The Bud Dupree extension isn't just a random contract, it's a message that says, we're planning ahead. We're preparing for life after Khalil Mack. Let's be real, Khalil Mack is still a monster on the field, but he's getting older, and his return in 2026 is still uncertain. The team knows this. They're not waiting for problems to show up. They're solving them before they begin. That's where Bud Dupree comes in. He's not just here to put up stats, he's here to lead, to guide young players like Tuli Tuipulotu and Kyle Kennard. And trust me, these young guys have potential. Tuli is already showing flashes of greatness, and Kyle, he's raw, but his talent is hard to ignore. This trio could be the foundation of the Chargers' pass rush in 2026, and having a vet like Dupree around them is smart business. This is the kind of depth championship teams need. You're not just looking for superstars, you need strong, experienced players who can hold it down when things get tough. Bud brings that. He's been there, done that, and now he's here to help the next wave. The Chargers aren't just thinking about now, they're playing chess, not checkers. While the spotlight is on Justin Herbert and the offense, this front office is quietly building something powerful on the defensive side. Moves like this, quiet, calculated, and forward-thinking, can make all the difference when playoff time comes around. So if you're wondering why this extension matters, now you know. It's not about headlines, it's about vision. It's about building a defense that can survive, adapt, and dominate year after year. If you're a true NFL fan and want to stay updated with daily news, trade rumors, and all the latest buzz around the league, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We bring you breaking news, expert analysis, and in-depth coverage so you never miss a single update about your favorite teams and players. And here's the most important part. Don't forget to press the bell icon. That way, you'll be the first to know whenever we drop a new video. Stay ahead of the game and be part of our growing community of passionate NFL fans. Let's talk football.